Welcome to my channel again today. Oh my goodness, check it out. All right, we've been working on this Mustang for quite some time now. Just kidding. Just been working on it, trying to make some videos for you guys so you guys can see what is going on. And I have some glare in my video. All right, good enough. All right, so what I'm gonna do is show you guys how to wrap a mirror on the car of a 2010 GT Ford Mustang. This mirror does not pivot, doesn't function. It just it stays rigid. So let me show you real quick here. I'm gonna actually use this Wrap You Easy tool. If you guys have never actually used one of these before, it's actually one of the best things on the market. If you have never seen one before, you can get one. Order yours online today. No, I'm not selling any of these things, but I'm gonna show you how this is done. So I'm gonna put this over here on camera and I'm gonna show you how we do this. This is the last thing I gotta do to get this thing out of the shop today so we can move on to the next project. So put this like right here. I'm gonna get myself a microphone because apparently when I watched my last video, you can barely even hear me. But what I'm gonna do is take this material right here and I'm gonna put it on this Wrap You Easy tool and show you how we do it. All right, so I got it on here right now. Took a few seconds here, but I need to get all this material on here. So you put the material, whatever size you need to get the job done. So what I'm doing right here is putting the material on here. And now what I want to do is I want to make it so it's pliable to the material. So I'm going to heat it up on high. There's this heat gun right here. I'm not trying to melt it, but I'm trying to soften the material up. And you can watch it, you can see that it's going to shrink up. So I want it as soft and pliable as possible. Best tool in the market. If you don't know how to use it, practice a few times, you'll get it. So the issue is what I'm trying to do is get around that bend. So I need to apply the bend where it needs to be at. So you can see here, we're getting ready to start this right here. See how pliable it is? You want it as loose as possible, just like this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the end of this and I'll show you what we're going to do here. I'm gonna take this tool here, move the camera just a little bit because you can see that little gnarly end right there. I gotta move this on it. So I'm gonna take this, put it on this edge. I'm gonna secure it on the edge here. Go all the way down here so there's no creases and stuff. Set it down, put it right there. And then what I'm gonna do is take this. You only have a certain amount of time to get it across. So take it, apply it here, and smooth the whole area around it. So now I got the hard area done that I need to do. I'm content with it. Like so. And now I can just take the extra material I have and just cut it off. Some people do it in 2 pieces, 3 pieces, whatever the case may be. I always do mirrors as less as possible, so I'm going to do this in 2 pieces so you can see how I do it anyways. Now the AC shut off so you can kind of see. So you can see, I'm gonna move the camera up a little bit closer so you can kind of see here. All right, so when doing this mirror, like I said, you get the Wrap You Easy tool. You can see here, let me pull this back. It's kind of hard to tell with the black, but if you can get this bend in here, just around smooth enough as it is, so when you go to cut it or use your design line, you can have a point to where you can pull it. So now I have this all set up right here and glassed out that way and this way. Now I just glass it down this way. So now what I'm gonna do is take this and show you quick and easy. It'll be real faster. So I get the camera all set up on here. Kind of zoom in a little bit. Right there, ish. Now the material is gonna lay down nice and smooth, just like this. Just lays down like butter, look at that. That's the easiest thing. The hardest part is back here. So I've got the material, I don't have to pull on it or anything. If you pull on it, then the material is going to shrink back. Like so, if I pull this really hard, the sun will catch it and then it'll shrink it back. If I don't like this, I can always pull it up a little bit and come back this way. And up and around, just like so. Little bend right there, come down, like this. Now the mirror is just about almost completely wrapped. With that little tool, it works amazing, as long as you use it right. Now I messed this little piece up a little bit here, so I have to pull it up and redo it, but which is not a big deal. But the idea of using that tool so you don't have to do this. So now you got this part all the way around, like so. No wrinkles, everything looks great. Post heat it. Now all you gotta do is just make sure everything's tucked in on the edges down here in the bottom. Lift it up a little bit. Tuck all the edges in. I'll show you here in just a second so you can see. So with that Wrap You Easy tool, it makes it kind of easy so you guys can manipulate the material a little bit better. As you can see, let me zoom back out here, that around that corner here, it's all garbage there. You can't get it, and the mirrors does not move. It doesn't pivot, doesn't turn like most vehicles do. So on here, you just use that Wrap Easy tool. Material right here, you just cut this on the bottom after you post heat it. Same thing here, cut it up here, all the way down to the side. And then when you get rid of this, and I'll show you in a second, when I get rid of that, what's gonna happen is, I'm gonna put a piece back there and it'll be good to go. So, best tool on the market. So now just follow the body line on the bottom. Take your time, follow it. There's a body line here you can just follow. Just put your knife in there, so that you don't have to worry about cutting on the car. Just run it right in between the seam. Tuck the tool, make sure you tuck it all back in. Just like that, you got most of it all ready to go now. So the only thing left to do is just trim it, which again, just take your time, or use design line tape. And I'll show you the design line tape. So you can use a knife like this, take your time, don't press hard. If you're skilled enough, if you're not skilled enough, then use design line tape. And I'll show you what design line tape is and what it does. Okay. All right, then I'll show you the design line tape, what you can do. If you don't want to use a knife, you can use a design line tape. design line tape is something like this. You use this right here and you just put it on where you want it to. So it's like a filament, like a dental floss, but sticky on the one side. So they basically use this for like making flames, graphics designs, whatever you want to be. So I'm gonna put it on the bottom down here. You always want to make sure you have enough hanging off the side, so when you do it, you can pull on it. Then you get a piece you put back here. Obviously I don't need this much of a piece, but I got some. I'm gonna trim this piece down, I don't need this much. It's always good to have extra, so you don't have to worry about the wrinkles and the folds and stuff. Fingers. So now what I'm doing is coming through the back side over here, which you can't really tell. I'll take it off again so you can see real quick here. So you put over in the back over there and, whoops, over the back where that design line tape is, and I'm gonna put over top of it and I'm gonna pull it. And then when I put it on there, I'll show you what I mean by pulling the design line tape. Because I can't really turn the mirror because the mirror is fixed. Back here, because it's got a little bit of an angle, I can use my squeegee. Try to do as much as you can cold, without heat. You don't have to worry about it, but sometimes, depending on the angle and where the cut is, you use heat. And I'll show you in a second here what the design line tape can do. All right, so now I got this on here. So when doing knife tape, it's kind of, some people can do it, some people can't. It just takes some practice. Kind of get back in there if I can, so you guys can see. So design line tape is this little filament here. So this filament inside here, you actually have to break it out and pull it up and around the design that you're trying to get, so it locks it and seals it. Because if you try to use a knife, if you're not good enough to cut on a car, which is like, again, it's memory, muscle memory. So how hard you push on a vehicle is how hard you're gonna cut through the paint. So if you wanna practice it, I suggest getting a balloon, putting vinyl on top of it, or put 2 layers of vinyl down and cutting it, doing a design. Or again, just get knifeless tape. This is like $36 on Amazon, and you can get yourself a roll of this. It's like 150 yards of it. So I'm gonna pull it right now and I'll show you what happens. I need a camera person. All right, so I pulled it. You can see right there that I pulled it. It's got a little line right there. If that makes sense or not, but we'll see here. All right, so there you can see it. I'm pulling it, and you want to pull the direction that you want to go with it. So I'm pulling it all the way down. And then when I come down, and I can take it. But also when you do it, it has 2 pieces of filament. So you got one stuck behind it, which you can see, and the one in front of it. So make sure you pull both of them out. Otherwise it's gonna be stuck underneath your wrap and it's not gonna seal right. Then now you can pull it away from it. So I got pulled away. I got a little piece here, which I got it off. So now you can see the only thing you gotta do is take this, which is right here. It's a little bubbled up right here. So all you gotta do is just wipe it down with my finger, all the way across, and now it's nice and it's sealed and it looks good. Now it's sealed, it looks great. Just gotta clean it up a little bit and they're on their way. That's how you guys wrap mirrors, in 2 pieces on a fixed mirror so it doesn't move. And if you like any more, please hit that like, subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Till then, peace out. It's been a wrap.